Kahit nagdadatingan ng mga crossovers, hybrids at mga bagong brands dito sa Pilipinas, hindi maikakaila na sikat pa rin ang mga SUVs. Namamayagpag pa rin ang mga Montero, Fortuner, Everest, New X, Terra at marami pang iba sa kalsada natin. Pero siguro may ibang nagtataka. Ano nga ba ang naunang SUV ng mga ito? We're talking globally ha. Kasi syempre, hindi naman place of birth ng sasakyan ang Pilipinas. Yan ang titignan natin in this top list of first SUV of brands in the Philippines. Meaning, yung mga brands lang na available dito. Ano ang naging unang SUV nila globally? Huwag nyo nang patagalin pa at mag-like na sa video na ito and subscribe to our YouTube channel dahil alam nyo naman, Phil Kotse brings all the goodies. Kotse ba? Phil Kotse na. O bago pa kayo maghinala kung may favoritism sa list na ito, arrange ito alphabetically by brand names. Simulan natin sa letrang A or letrang A. Hindi pala to bingo. Simulan natin sa Aston Martin. They started in 1913 and it took them more than 100 years to finally release an SUV in the Aston Martin DBX. Audi unleashed the Q7, their first SUV back in 2005. Since then, it has been joined by the Q5, Q3, Q2, and most recently the Q8. Sa Pilipinas, available ang Q7 with an RS version pa. Seeing the success of other brands in Europe, Bentley unveiled the Bentayga in 2015. Ang lupit rin nito kasi Bentley is known for their luxury sedans and the Bentayga kept that look sa harap. Pero syempre, revised styling sa sides and rear. Ang BMW naman hindi nagpaabot ng new century dahil nilabas nila ang X5 noong 1999. Nasundan nito ng X1, X3 at ngayon may mas malaki pa na X7. Same category din ang full electric na iX3. Kung yung mga nauna ay medyo recent pa lang, itong next ay isang long-running name sa car industry, the Chevrolet Suburban. The name had its debut noong 1935 as a station wagon, bago naging SUV later on. It's now in its 12th year or 12th generation. Tanda, no? The Chrysler Pacifica was originally a concept car in 2002 and became a production car in 2005. It's one of the first crossover SUVs by an American brand. Yun lang, it wasn't received well in the market kaya short lang ang lifespan nito. If you've seen old American films or period films, malamang nakita nyo na ito, the Dodge Town Wagon. It's a wagon built on a truck chassis. It's basically an SUV already, though wala pa yung term na yon noong 1956. Joining the trend of wagon body on top of truck chassis of the late 50s and 60s, Ford made the Bronco and launched it in 1966. Nawala ito noong 1992 pero nabalik na nitong 2021. It remains to be seen kung dadalhin ba ito officially ng Ford Philippines. Ito sure ako kilala nyo kasi ang first generation nito ay dumating sa Pilipinas. I'm talking about the Honda CR-V na isa sa mga nag-popularize ng crossover SUV globally. Unlike the others na body-on-frame ang construction, the CR-V has a unibody approach, meaning yung body at chassis iisa na, parang sa mga sedan. It gave the CR-V and crossovers in general a better ride comfort. Seeing the success of their Japanese rivals, Hyundai was quick to develop and launch the Santa Fe. Since its debut, naging mainstay na ito sa lineup ng Hyundai kahit dito sa Pilipinas and even if nagkapalitan ng distributor. Recently lang, nailabas na nila ang 5th generation nito. Of course, the diesel specialist won't be left behind. The Isuzu Trooper was launched in 1981 and had a pretty long life until its demise around early 2000. What's different about the Isuzu Trooper is it has been rebadged over and over. Nagamit ito ng Acura, SsangYong, Honda, and Subaru among others. Jaguar and Land Rover might be sister companies pero in creating their own SUV, nagsarili ang Jaguar. The result is the F-Pace, which is their first SUV in 88 years. Sure hit rin kasi nung first year nito, nakabenta agad ng 45,000 units. Hanep. Ito ang kilala ng lahat. The Jeep CJ is the first SUV of Jeep and was used by American soldiers during World War II. Nung nag-alisa ng mga American sa Pilipinas, iniwan o pinamigay or binenta nila ng sobrang baba ang mga jeep nila kaya naging laganap ito sa bansa. Kinostomize ito ng mga Pinoy by making it longer at mas vibrant ang design hanggang sa naging jeepney na ito na kilala ng lahat. Ang Kia ay actually nauna sa kanyang mga Asian neighbors in creating an SUV in the Sportage or Sportage. Pero hindi ito pumatok. Actually nga, ang first generation ng Sportage ay nasa isang dekada halos. It only gained popularity nang dumating ang second generation ng early 2000s and still exists today. Mataas lalo ang sales ng Lamborghini ngayon dahil thanks to the Urus or Urus. But this is not their first SUV. The first is the Lamborghini LM002 that was produced from 1986 to 1993. It was intended for military use pero hindi well received kaya ayun, nasa archives na lang. If the Jeep is for military use, which became a public transpo icon sa atin, the Land Rover series that includes 1, 2, and 3 are made for civilian use in 1948. Unlike the Jeep na 2-door and open top, the Land Rover series had 4 doors and is available with a hard roof. Following the footstep of Toyota in the SUV space, Lexus created their first SUV based on the Land Cruiser, the Lexus LX. Pero mid-90s na nila ito nilabas. Of course, iniba ang styling and mas plush ang exterior nito, pero it's still a Toyota inside. Maserati unveiled the Kubang SUV concept back in 2011 pero it wasn't until 2016 when that turned into the Maserati Levante. Known for their premium styling and plush amenities, walang mintis ang Levante in making you feel like a VVIP pag nasa loob ka. VVIP means very, very important person. Mazda already released SUVs in the 90s pero they were rebadged models from other brands. Ang una nilang SUV talaga was the Mazda Tribute. May mga geeks dyan na sasabihin it was a joint venture with Ford. Oo, tama naman. Pero still, it's not a simple rebadge. Malaki ang contribution ng Mazda in design and engineering kaya ito ang masasabi na first proper SUV nila. One of the most popular SUVs today, the Mercedes-Benz G-Class or G-Wagon started in 1979. Noon at ngayon, it remains true to its off-roader roots in terms of styling and capability. The GS was the first SUV from MG and first SUV din na ginawa sa China production plant. Ito ang kuya ng ZS na meron sa atin ngayon and later on, napalitan ito ng mas malaki na MG HS. Kilala ang Mini for their small hatchbacks pero gumawa sila ng SUV in the Mini Countryman. Ito raw ang unang Mini na kasya ang dalawang 6-footer sa back seats. May all-wheel drive pa na later on, ginamit rin ng ibang models. Mitsubishi used to make Jeep via licensing. Nung natripan nilang gumawa ng sarili nilang SUV noong 1981, doon na nabuhay ang Shogun or Shogun or kilala natin bilang Pajero. Unfortunately, tinigil na ito noong 2021. Maaga naman gumawa ng SUV ang Nissan dahil nilabas nila ang Nissan Patrol in 1951. It's now in its 6th generation and kilala ito for its ride comfort and absolute power. Being a European brand, Peugeot is more known for smaller cars. Kaya naman medyo nangapa sila when they launched the Peugeot 4007 or 4007. Short-lived lang ito dahil later on, tsaka nila nakita ang right formula in the 3008 and 5008. One of the most boutique brands na naglabas ng SUV ang Porsche or Porsche with the Cayenne. It's actually very risky for them kasi medyo alanganin ang financial situation nila at that time. Marami din ang duda kung bakit sila gagawa ng SUV pero the Cayenne proved a success with the first generation selling more than 276,000 units. Alam mong talagang SUV is the way to go when even Rolls-Royce joins the arena. The Rolls-Royce Cullinan is the first SUV from this boutique British brand. At syempre kahit na mas rigid and mataas na siya, it still has that Rolls-Royce signature ride comfort. Balik naman tayo sa East. Subaru made its first SUV in 1997 with the Forester. Syempre, performance is king kaya based ito sa kanilang flagship na Impreza. Syempre, it has a 4-wheel drive na isa sa signature ng Subaru. Kung yung iba rebadge or based on existing models, the Suzuki Jimny started from another brand. Ang Hope Motor Company ay naglabas ng Hope Star ON360 na small truck powered by a 356cc engine from Mitsubishi. Later on, binili sila ng Suzuki tapos Suzuki improved this little truck. And noong 1970, nilabas ito as the Suzuki Jimny. Along with Nissan, Toyota was among the earlier adopter of the SUV platform sa East. They released the Land Cruiser in 1951 under the BJ and FJ codes. It's still alive today at makikita nyo naman siguro, madami nang nakabili noong latest version. Ang Volkswagen Touareg ay kasabayan ng Porsche Cayenne dahil sabay silang dinevelop. Kasi di ba, Volkswagen ang parent company ng Porsche. Ngayon, the Touareg is being developed together with the Audi Q8, Lamborghini Urus, and Bentley Bentayga. Kasi all those brands under the Volkswagen Group. Lakas, no? Volvo is known for their station wagons in Europe kaya nung nabalitaan na maglalabas sila ng SUV, marami-raming nag-aabang. And it proved true noong nilabas sila ang Volvo XC90 in 2002. Although mahina ang unang taon nito, umangat ang benta nito nung napunta na sa US and Canada. Whew! Finally, The Rock at wrestling yun. And finally, that's it for the first SUVs of the brands here in the Philippines. Interesting, no? Yung iba, early gamers. Yung iba naman, late adopters. Pero in the end, matirang matibay rin talaga. Tulad nitong Chevrolet Suburban. I'm your host, Stanley Chi, yung senpai ng Turbuhan, na nagpapaalala sa inyong lahat na i-follow ko sa mga social media accounts ko. Kumpleto ko niyan. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, may sarili nga akong YouTube channel. youtube.com/StanleyChi at makinig at mag-subscribe sa aking podcast, Underpaid with Stanley Chi sa Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So, paano ba yan? Kita-kits tayo sa next video. Bye-bye! Matirang matibay. Thanks for watching. For the latest news, reviews, and anything you want to know about cars and car ownership, visit philcoche.com. Follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Spotify para hindi ka huli sa usapan. Tandaan, kotse ba? Philcoche na!